After becoming the ruler of the Abbasid Caliphate, Harun al-Rashid promoted economic, political, social, and educational reforms. He surrounded himself with scholars and advisors such as the economist known as Abu Yusuf al-Ansari, the linguist known as Abdul Malik al-Asma'i, the Sufi preacher Fudayl ibn Ayyad, and the jurist Muhammad al-Shaybani. After becoming the new caliph, Harun al-Rashid released hundreds of political prisoners and granted amnesty to those who had been imprisoned during his father's rule. Harun al-Rashid promised to create a new era of mercy and tolerance, and he vowed to listen to the complaints of the people. During his reign, there was a high level of freedom of expression. People were free to criticize him publicly, and he would listen to their criticisms in order to improve himself and his policies. On one occasion, the Arab poet known as Abu al-Atahiya visited Harun al-Rashid's palace and criticized him in a poem.
صف لنا ما نحن فيه من نعيم هذه الدنيا يا أبا العتاهية.
عش ما بدا لك آمنا في ظل شاهقة القصور.
أكمل يا أبا العتاهية.
يؤتى إليك بما اشتهيت لدى العشية والبكور.
وماذا بعد؟
فإذا النفوس تقعقصت في ظل حشرجة الصدور، فهناك تعلم موقنا ما كنت إلا في غرور.
جئت لتسر مولانا فأبكيته؟
دعه.
After hearing this poem, which was an indirect critique of Harun al-Rashid's extravagance, Harun al-Rashid left his palace and went back to living in his old simple house. This freedom of expression resulted in freedom of thought and ideas. In order to promote literature, Harun al-Rashid established the first paper factory in Baghdad. Paper was introduced in the Islamic world in the year 751. Paper-making technologies came to the Muslim world through the Silk Road from the Tang dynasty in China. Harun al-Rashid challenged the monopoly of Chinese paper and produced the highest quality of paper in the world. Because of this abundant supply of paper, Harun al-Rashid encouraged scholars, poets, and scientists to write and produce great works. He also established the famous Bayt al-Hikmah, which was a public library and a center of learning in Baghdad. The Bayt al-Hikmah, also known as the House of Wisdom, produced great intellectuals such as the mathematician known as Al-Khwarizmi, the biologist known as Al-Jahiz, and the scientist known as Jabir ibn Hayyan. Another intellectual endeavor of Harun al-Rashid was the creation of the translation movement. Harun al-Rashid's goal was to translate every manuscript and book of any intellectual worth, regardless of its geographical, cultural, or religious background. Books were translated from Greek and Persian, as well as various Indian and Chinese languages, and also other Middle Eastern languages including Hebrew, Aramaic, and Syriac. These educational reforms led to many other reforms, including military reforms, as many generals gained access to translations of tactical manuals from India and China. Harun al-Rashid also created a shipbuilding factory on the coast of the Mediterranean Sea and managed to capture territory from the Roman Empire. He also built many mosques and hospitals, including the largest hospital in Baghdad, known as the Al-Rashid Hospital. Furthermore, Harun al-Rashid was also the first Khalifa to establish a postal service across the Caliphate, which stretched from the edges of the Indian subcontinent all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. Despite ruling over such a huge territory, Harun al-Rashid remained humble and pious. He frequently went on the annual pilgrimage of Hajj, and when he did not perform it, he paid for the expenses of 300 people to perform the pilgrimage. Harun al-Rashid would often roam the streets of Baghdad disguised as an ordinary citizen, to see how the people were living and to identify any potential improvements that could be made in people's lives. Harun al-Rashid died in the province of Khurasan in the year 809.